It is indeed a great honor to convene here to have the inauguration of the FAF Innovate Plus Projects. And without much ado, with a round of applause, we wish to welcome upstage our Dean, Professor Isaac Boadi, to give us the purpose of gathering.
Good afternoon once again. I hope you're all doing very well. Thank you very much for taking our time out of a busy schedule to be here this afternoon to join us as we inaugurate the Innovate Plus FAF project. My task here is very simple, just to give the purpose of this gathering. I stand here today and I'm humbled, extremely hopeful. I think I'm optimistic at this point in time, looking at the future of FAF and where we have gotten to at this stage. We are here today because of our past, and it will be suicidal at this point if we don't give credit to our former deans who have given us a platform, and on their shoulders we can see the other side of the world today. In fact, barely a month ago, when I walked into this administrative role as a dean, I have noticed three things. I have noticed a powerful force for a good thing, and that will be the faculty that I have. I've also seen individuals who have genuine hearts to support a good cause. And the last thing I've also noticed is no one can do everything, but everyone can do something. In fact, we are here because of some of these individuals. When I walked into this administration, I decided to form committees and to open the base for members to provide their names for this common project that we're going to inaugurate today. I must also say that it's going to be a difficult time ahead of us. But what I've seen so far clearly indicate that we have a goal, or we have an agenda to pursue. So as I wrap up my speech at this stage, we are doing this project in line with the overall vision of the university. And that's what we are doing today. So we'll have some time that the leader of the project is going to take us through what we are going to witness this afternoon. And thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Dean, Professor Isaac Boadi. So what we've got into now is to unveil the document that explains all that we are about to do. So without much ado, please, Sharifa, can you please bring up front the document to be unveiled, so that, led by the Pro-Vice Chancellor, directors present and the others, the document can be unveiled, after which our brother, Eric Boache, supported by Debbie, will do a presentation for us. Okay, please hurry up. So as an academic institution, whatever we intend doing should always be captured in a document that can always be referred to in the future as we progress. And knowing that we have about 6 projects and about 28 sub-projects to be implemented over a period of time, it was just prudent for us to document everything we intend doing in a document. So without much ado, I wish to welcome again our Dean, together with our Pro-Vice Chancellor, to unveil the document, after which our brother Dr. Eric, supported by Debbie, will do a presentation.
So, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, I unveiled this together with my colleagues here. Those documents in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And it's my prayer that every good policy in this document will not only be unveiled and left on the shelves, but we work towards achieving, executing everything in here to the glory of God first, and then to also towards the development of UPSA, and not just where I work, but my alma mater as well. And I'm very happy the Global Alumni President, who is so passionate about this university, is also here with me. So I want us to all share in opening this particular document, after which we'll peruse it and then see the best things in it and also help in executing all. The document has been unraveled now, but I have to unwrap them to know the content. So let me quickly do that.
Okay, so now that we have unraveled this document, it is just right for us to know what is actually in there. So without much ado, I wish to welcome our brother, Eric Boache, and our sister, Debbie, okay, to tell us a bit of what is in this document that has just been unraveled. Again, let's order their steps with a round of applause.
Together. And this policy document is supposed to change or supposed to improve where we want to get to as a faculty. But our theme for today is consolidating our gains and innovating for the future. What are we consolidating? Since 2005, since the faculty came into being, we have about 4 deans that have done so much to bring us this far. So we want to put together everything that has been achieved for the past years to today, and want to stand on their achievement to look into the future, to be able to influence the strategic direction of the faculty. So there are only 3 things I want to share with you. We want to look at the back, we look into the future, then the relevance of what we intend to do today. Now, when you check the school website, the VC history or his biography, you will see that the VC has stated that the university currently has about 33 programs that we run. Out of the 33 programs, we are happy to say that our faculty hold 16 of those programs. About 50% of the university rests on the shoulders of our faculty. Therefore, we want to let you understand that 50% of the school depend on us, and possibly provinces should channel more resources to us if we hold the 50%, since provinces is the one here. And it's also important to know that, can you go to the next page for me? It's also important to know, from 2017 to date, 13 new programs have been developed for the whole university. And out of the 13, 9 of them are hosted by us. And this is a faculty that serve as the foundation of the university. And all these individuals, from Dr. Stephen Akrobo, Mr. George Corte, Professor Charles Bano, and the previous dean, Professor Raymond Jiwonu, are men that have held the faculty and steered the affairs of the faculty to this far. And if this our new dean has taken over, he will recognize the enormous work they have done, and we want to stand on it to project and consolidate the various aspects of the work that has been done over the years. I want to say that some of the things that we are bringing, although we are saying we are innovative, but it's not necessarily new. It's the various things that have been done, but we are packaging and positioning it properly so that we can consciously focus in delivering them. And we are doing all these to be able to help our university to become globally relevant and nationally entrenched. All right, so these are the 6 programs that we want to look into the future to do. The first one is feedback, monitoring, and evaluation. And the second one is we are creating think tanks, and there are 2 streams of the think tanks. We have national think tanks and we have international think tanks. I'll be taking the project one after the other to go into details. Then we have the strategic business unit, and we have a BAS project that we are thankful to have our global alumni here, and we hope that their office will provide the faculty that provide 50%, almost the revenue of the university. They will provide us a bus. It's unfortunate we don't have a bus after this time. So the invitation is strategic. The invitation is strategic. Then we will have the FAF synergy plans. That is looking at the faculty inclusive, bringing everyone on board. One of the things that Prof. Bodi was saying is the fact that when he came to office, he saw people who are willing to work. And it's true that people who are willing to work, and if they are equipped and resourced, I believe that they'll be able to deliver more. All right. So when we take the feedback, monitoring, and evaluation, we have 6 things that we want to do. We have a FAF lab as a finance and accounting faculty, and now we have actuarial science and economics. We want to be able to have a lab that has a data. We want to have a resource center. So we intend to have a whole floor, a whole room dedicated where we have trainings for our students. We have data available, like we have data from Bansco, Thomson Reuters, and all the relevant. For us to be able to do a relevant work in our time, we need data. Torture numbers, and they'll speak to anything. So we want to be able to have also have our own data point. For example, across Africa, we don't have data for clean energy or clean cooking. We intend to be able to have our own data that we can sell to others. So that is one of the ideas we want to do, as also a way of generating revenue for the university. The next word we are getting to is data. So we want to have a lab that will be doing that. Then we have issue resolution center. As a faculty that cares about students, we want to put the student first. But when students usually bring their grievances, it takes time for it to be resolved. So how do we facilitate and speed up? For example, a student has got an ISO and X. It will take just last 2 days. A student tested me that he had an X and he has been chasing for about a year now. We want that issue to be a thing of the past, that we will be able to address students' issue timely. So we have a WhatsApp platform where issues can be resolved. But we want to give a target, a maximum of 2 days, that the student should be able to get a feedback as to the next step that he or she should take to resolve the issue. Then the third one, we are a faculty that is innovative and we are technologically inclined. So we are introducing QR code in line with the university policy to go paperless. So if you could see in your lecture halls, we have started piloting it, that students and lecturers may no longer need a paper that is so expensive to print to sign attendance. You use your phone, you will take attendance. Well, that one, it will be difficult to lie about it, the time the lecturer went in and all that. So these are things, technology that we are intending to roll out to help the other faculties as well as we go on. Yep. Then, exams audit and review committee. We want to improve the quality of assessment. So we should have a committee that will be able to look into how questions are set and how best we can improve it. Not only past questions every day we are repeating it. The learning space is changing, and we must set our questions in such a way that will meet the current trend of assessment. Then we have program development. Already we have established that we are #1 in terms of program development, but we don't want to relent on it, but want to use this project as an opportunity to create more. And as we talk, as we have this conversation, there are a lot of programs that are various degrees of development, and we intend to roll out. We are expecting to roll out PhD finance very soon, which is almost at the final stage, and we intend to do more of other programs. Then quality of teaching. The best way to teach is to learn. So we intend to have refresher programs and trainings to upscale our faculty in terms of quality of teaching. For example, the mode of delivery is changing. So you, as a lecturer, you also have to upgrade and know ways and innovative means of teaching. Then when we come to the think tanks, the idea of the think tank is to be able to have faculty that will be a go-to whenever we are talking about national issues. So when we say we are talking about taxes, we should have somebody in UPSA that the name pops up, and from the Faculty of Accounting and Finance. When we are talking about government governance or policy or anything, we should be the name to go to. So these the think tanks are going to be nationally relevant, and we are rolling out a number of programs, and we intend to partner with public institutions, global institutions. For example, we have the FAF quarterly newsletter that will roll out the activities and the things that we've been doing as a faculty. Then we have the State of Ghana financial sector, Then we have quarterly stakeholder dialogue and a host of programs that we are rolling out. In July, we intend to have the tax amendment discussion that we are bringing stakeholders to discuss these policies that government is rolling out. And it is not just to bring people to come and talk and go, but also to create opportunity for our faculty to be the center of discussion so that they'll be the go-to in terms of national issues. So that is the national think tank. Then when we come to the international, UPSA want to be globally relevant. Therefore, we don't want to be surprised that one day you turn to CNN or BBC, then you are watching our faculty presenting and talking about international issues. And these are the avenues that we intend to create. For example, we have a program coming later next month that we are discussing about the currency development, the BRICS currency development, how it's going to shape the dynamics, and how it will affect United States of America, how dollar may cease to be the global trading currency. And we intend to bring ambassadors across the five nations, the BRIC nation, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. We've been in touch with them, and our then we had a discussion with most of them. That was yesterday in a nice conversation that we are bringing the international community attention, not only to the faculty but to the university as well. And in all this, we have said that our faculty is going to be the center of discussion. Please can we go to the next? Then we have the SBU, Establishment of Strategic Business Unit. And there are 4 programs we intend to roll out: scaling of small business training, the tax clinic, turnaround businesses, and the alumni spotlight. Now, what we intend to do here is to partner with, to create a bond with industry, for them to be closer to us, that we can roll out programs within our community. We've been doing that in time past, where we organize training for SMEs around our enclave. And somewhere last year, there was a partnership with EcoBank to do it across the country. We intend to strengthen it, to be able to, if we are teaching strategy, how do we make the strategy practical when business are failing? So in our turnaround business services, what we do is that we will go to the bank. What are the businesses that are struggling to pay for their debt or whatever? How can we roll out the things we've been teaching in classroom to help turn around their businesses? So it's a practical. If we say you're a strategic lecturer, you should be able to help a business to strategically transform from a failing business to a viable business. Then in tax clinic, we have the tax experts in our faculty, and we intend to take them out there to help SMEs to be able to know how to do basic tax filing. We will be organizing training and practically helping them to be able to do tax filing and all that. Then our alumni spotlight, that our global alumni has been part since the previous administration. We've been bringing our past students here to talk to us, and we want to strengthen it and do more about that. So that is the SBU. Then we have the FAF Business Bus Project that I think from all look of things it is done and settled. That we intend to have a bus to help our movement going up and down some of these activities. And sometimes when it's raining and our students are walking through the rain, if we have some of these buses available, we can help to bus our students to campus. So that is the bus project. And the sixth one is the FAF Synergy Plus. The FAF Synergy Plus, originally called Sonyansa, is a project we intend to bring the faculty together in terms of publication. That we can put teams together a group of maybe 5 or 4 together to develop a project, to be able to publish a paper together. Then we also want to help, and all this that we are doing, it's in a way to generate revenue for the university. And one of our criteria we know for promotion is commercialization. So if we are able to roll out this project, it will help our faculty to be able to contribute to commercialization, which is a requirement for our promotion. Then we will be doing, can we go back please? We'll be doing SHS tuition. We want to partner with the industry to go to the SHS to help them in a way that will help them. You know, when you look at the SHS, some of the schools, the business department is going down. What can we do to be able to revive those business schools in the SHS? So we can bring quiz competition and all that to be able to promote. Then so this is our final project. And can we go to the next slide, please? The relevance of the FAF Innovation Project or Innovate Plus. I've spoken about the students, the faculty, the other faculties, and the UPSA as a whole, as well as the global community. We want to focus on the student needs. The student will not be left out. We want to enrich our faculty. We want to bring integration and bring all the faculties together in delivering this agenda. Then we want to also help in promoting the UPSA brand. That is a university of choice already, but then there's more we can do. Then we want to bring what we call the UPSA advantage, that has become a global relevant brand that can be matched with all the Harvard and all the top schools that you can think about. So these are the few things I want to share with you. We are starting with nothing, but we hope we can, with the support from the Pro VC and the alumni and all faculty, we'll be able to achieve them. Okay, so this will be our structure, which is more detailed as we go on. Then these are our timelines. In the next 3 years, we expect that about at least 70% of this project will be realized. Thank you for listening. So
I would welcome our Dean to lead us through knowing who constitutes each of these PPIs so that they can be handed over their appointment letters and be commissioned to start work.
Good afternoon once again. The moderator said PPIs. If you don't take care, you think that we are talking about energy certain things. The PPI simply means Principal Project Investigator. There are 6 in number, and we carefully, after several considerations, selected these individuals to be heading each of the projects. Then we open the base for the faculties, the members to also willingly come into the project. In fact, we didn't coerce anybody. It was an open thing that we did, and those who brought their names have been included into the project. And then we had to close the timeline. So maybe there will be other projects that we can also open up, and members can also give their views and then their contributions as well. So we have 6 people in number. So I think let me call my vice in to be off stage. So he hands over to you as I mentioned the name. Yeah, okay. That is Dr. Ataboche for you. Okay. Then I have Dr. Mrs. Philomena Daisy. Then I have Dr. Joseph Kwashi. He's heading the think tank for the international related issues. I have Dr. Richard Agbanyo. He is in charge for the think tank national. I have FAF Synergy Plus. Mr. Lezis Tete. Then we have budgeting and proposal writing. We have Mr. Kwame Fosu-Boateng, the original MC for the day. Yeah, so Kwame is this. And the last one is Dr. John Amo, the Strategic Business Unit. We are taking the opportunity, one province is here, to request for a space that will pay for, that will host all the projects that we have.
Come and see the dean of the Bibles.
So,
Thank you very much, Dean, Professor Isaac Body. Without much ado, all too soon, we are coming to the end of today's ceremony, and we want to welcome upstage our Pro Vice Chancellor to share with us a word or two as we draw the curtains. Now, a round of applause, please.
So, once again, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, let me extend a heart of gratitude to the individuals who made this program very, very successful. Indeed, while sitting down there and listening to the presentation, I can tell and then convince myself that this is basically the conviction of and expectation of the Vice Chancellor when it comes to various faculties. And because I have the university strategic plan here, in fact, it's on my heart, I can say that there's nothing outside our plan. It simply means that you've gone through the plan very well and flagged out the implementation framework each and every faculty is supposed to do. And I was so happy that you did not leave out the people who made this faculty. Very happy when you mentioned the various deans, even though I didn't see them, but it is good. It is a very good step to tell the world that indeed you acknowledge the people or the pioneers of this faculty. Okay, so I can see Mr. Korte. Mr. Korte, for some of you may not know, Mr. Korte taught me cost accounting and management accounting. And fortunately, I passed all. I passed all. I never failed any. And I never spent more than a semester in his class, because the number of questions he'll give you alone after a semester, after a class, is enough for you to appreciate everything about what he taught. But like the normal and traditional way of doing things, people lament more than looking out for the positives in individuals. Mr. Korte is a very good man, and I'm very happy he was acknowledged as part of this document. Dr. Akrobo was mentioned. These are people that started this faculty. Professor Bano, as well as our immediate outgoing Professor Dean, Professor Chiwonu. Indeed, it is refreshing to hear that you've not forgotten the heroes who made this faculty. Now, back to the project itself. I picked up 4 thematic projects, which you have broken down into 6. And among all these projects, I'm so happy that the main outcome, so one of them, the feedback, monitoring, and evaluation center, the link is revenue generation, think tanks, revenue generation, FAF synergy, revenue generation activities. It simply means you know where the university is going. Whatever you are doing in this university, think about the income that it will bring to the university. These few days, as a Pro VC, I can confess that I used to say things in the past which I did not know. But a few days I have to sign checks. Then I came to the realization that managing a university is not about talking, it's not about lamentation, but it's about a comprehensive plan to ensure that in the midst of scarcity, in the midst of difficulties, in the midst of economic crisis, you have to manage our university. And we can only manage it very well where the people appreciate the fact that we need revenue to manage it. So I'm so happy, that's why I'm so happy. And I know my boss will be very happy when I communicate the outcome of today's program, that the core of the project for FAF is not to make it a cost center, but an investment center, even in the midst of providing social services. Very, very important. And once again, the director of quality assurance is here. And the first and foremost target here was the Feedback Monitoring and Evaluation Center, a center purposely established to monitor ourselves, to serve as peer review. In fact, I sympathize with this particular members who will be manning this center. But trust me, your reward is in heaven. God will surely reward you. Why am I saying this? Today, UPSA have become a university of choice. Not because of us, but because of the fathers, our heroes, who built a strong system. And over the years, our past students have been acknowledging it and saying it out there. So when it comes to academics, we are always on top. No student will tell you that UPSA lecturers compromise. Yes, there are some few negatives they may say about us, but not about academics. This is what they did. This is what they taught us. So you cannot buy yourself out of UPSA. Indeed, you can do whatever you think. You can take care of yourself, but at the end of the day, the system will expose you. That's a quality, and it boils down to feedback, monitoring, and evaluation. And I'm very happy you have bought into this strategy, and that is what will keep the brand UPSA strong. Indeed, for some of us, we will also be leaving very soon. But the truth is that the young faculty we have to prepare and maintain the brand for them when we are gone. That's why I'm so happy with the first strategy that is key to the heart of the dean, that there will be constant monitoring and evaluation and subjection of ourselves to peer review. That's the thing. It's not just about somebody monitoring you, but the system must ensure that everybody knows what is expected of the person. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I was flagging a lot of issues out there, especially the things you really want to do. As a business university, established in 1965, well known for business, I don't see why any radio station or TV station will not refer to UPSA for issues of national interest when it comes to business. Because we have the best here, but often than not, we don't value what we have. So I'm happy FAF has been able to flag out some of these things, and they tell the world that indeed we have capacity to educate our citizens on issues of national interest. So in the next few probably days or weeks or months to come, I hope that there will be no day that a member of the university will not be called on a national television to educate Ghanaians on issues of business, that's of national interest. I'm hoping this particular target will be achieved. And the brand we intend strengthening will continue to be strengthened. And for this, I want to really appeal to the dean that it's not going to be easy, because if you do not equip your people, if you do not provide them with what they need, here when we talk about needs, most often we always think about money. It's not just about money. Give them data, which is also money. So I'm happy you always have funds as part of the main target. So please look for data, because there are occasions when people are called to educate, you can easily deduce that they don't have facts. And if you really want to enhance the brand of UPSA using this channel, then you need to empower the very people you have put in place. Think tank, so good, and I hope you can go beyond the national and then the international, arena. Now, one of the issues I also flagged out has to do with, once again, the monitoring, to digitize the entire system is the headache of management. We have a policy we find very difficult to implement, that by the first half of the semester, if a student is not able to meet attendance, we should crack the whip. But often than not, you don't have evidence to do that. So indeed, if we have a comprehensive and a consolidated system, which will require that everybody will be captured in that system with the coding system you are coming out with, then you have solved a major headache for management. And I don't want to commend you in anticipation of what you are going to do, but the fact that you've identified this problem and you are planning towards solving it, then I think you deserve more than a clap. Yes. As a faculty, yes. It's a university-wide issue we are looking at, and you deserve that. We are just hoping that you come out with a system which will surely be critiqued, but out of that, we will continue to work out and remedy any issue that probably must fall out of it. Now, I know you have a very ambitious project, very ambitious, but management can only encourage you to do that. Execution will not be easy. Today, whatever we are saying here is a symbolic one, ceremonial. And whilst we were issuing out the letters, I was just thinking that these letters are mandates you are giving the members of the faculty to execute projects on your behalf. And I know that you have told them that the university can only recognize them when they execute the project. I'm saying this, I want to be frank with it. This should not serve as a visa, that some people will come and pick the letters, go and keep them in their safes, and then when it's time for promotion, they will add it. We will not acknowledge it. It's a bitter truth. I have to tell you. The only time management will acknowledge it is when we've realized that when you issue the letters, they have done something. They have done something. And doing that something is you helping the faculty to achieve and realize this particular project. So the letters you have received, please, is for you to work, not for you to go out there and keep them hoping that when it's time for promotion, we will not accept it. Because if it's for promotion, there should be a recognition from the registrar. This is just, I know you are not happy, but you should be happy for this. Yes. Proud you are here. please. I can see. Don't worry. I know you don't belong to the negative. You are surely going to help the dean to execute this particular project. Then let me also advise the members who have been selected by the. You are fortunate, but trust me, it's not going to be easy. There are some moments you have to use your own resources to get things done. And please be devoid of listening to only lamentators. There are some people who have what we call excessive negative energy. And there are people who shall discourage you from achieving what the faculty want to achieve. And they are mostly around. And they'll critique everything. Please just be focused to help the faculty to be outstanding in the department and then the entire faculty, the various department and the entire faculty. Now the dean of the faculty, you are new and also very ambitious. I'm very happy within this short period, the way and manner you have been able to garner the members of the faculty to come out to this project. And also amazed at which within these few days you are coming out with a program on BRICS, because the contemporary issues we have in this country or in the world which is going to affect Africa, affect Ghana, is the BRICS. Even though people are not talking about it, those who are talking about it, very mild, but it's a serious issue that is emerging. So we need to educate. And I think it's going to be the maiden, because there's no university currently that is, as far as I'm concerned, focusing on BRICS now. And if you have been able to assemble all the ambassadors of these countries to educate us on what they are doing and give us the implication of BRICS to our city, then you are coming out with a very relevant topic, which is of national interest and also regional as well as what global interest, and will go a long way to educate people. Let me commend you for those special initiatives and also encourage you to continue. Please don't victimize people who don't even agree with you. I love to criticize you. You have to make space for everyone. What I've learned through my few years in administrative positions is that, you see, everybody is important. Nobody is useless. Even those you call useless are very, very important because they are part of the system. They can't be useless. Please admit everyone and work with everyone, and I can assure you that you will succeed. Finally, I want to assure you that whatever you have requested, I cannot provide you. I'm going to communicate that to my boss in a form of good news, that the very strategic plan we want to realize, the faculty has flagged out the various thematic areas to make it a point of interest. And I know you'll be very happy. And when it's happy, it simply means that your requests will be met. Yes. And that way, thank you for giving me the opportunity to represent my boss. Thank you.
Now invite our sister, Mrs. Deborah, to now join us and giving us a vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, my brother. Good afternoon once again. All too soon, we've come to the end of the program. We'd like to express our sincere gratitude to our Pro Vice Chancellor, our directors, head of administration, our global alumni head, our deans, HODs, faculty members, academic, non-academic students, all of us here present. We are grateful to you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us. We pray that the Almighty God will bless and replace whatever you've lost as a result of being here. May God bless you. We are most grateful.